Making his way through. Could you just take a chill pill?
My dogs are engaged in epic battle.
Yes. Which is a question later on.
Which is a question later on. Hey, it's Megan.
And Sue in the restricted section.
And today we are going to do the Friday the 13th tag because it is Friday the 13th.
It is.
Yes.
And this tag was created by T-Hags,
who also tagged us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll link their video below. Go check them out if you haven't. They're really funny. I like them a lot.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are going to be drinking this St. Louis Red by O'Fallon.
Oops, I started preemptively drinking it. My bad.
Sue has already tried this. I have not.
It's just a red ale, and it's, I guess, for, St. Louis Cardinals. It's got a baseball on it there.
Mine's like peeking out, you see? It's peeking out
Hello.
a little bit. It's got a stuff out.
Peekaboo. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like it. I think it's a nice red ale. I mean, it's like nothing fancy or anything. It's just a red ale.
Mine is kind of frozen.
Oh, oops. Did we leave it in the freezer?
We left it in the
Do you
freezer.
want to try mine?
No, mine tastes good.
It's just mine's really cold.
We put this in the freezer and I forgot about it.
Yeah, we volunteered at an event the other day and we were handing out beer samples for Will Fisher, which is the vendor or the distributor of these and some other beers, and he let us just take like 2 boxes full of beer. So we got like a bunch of free beer.
Yeah, he's like great. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
Super nice guy.
But anyway, let's get into this tag. Okay, so fittingly there are 13 questions.
Right.
And question number 1 is a fictional place you would never want to spend your summer.
I said Westeros from Game of Thrones, which I guess is technically a song of ice and fire or whatever. Yeah, nothing good happens in fucking Westeros, man.
It doesn't seem like it.
No, like lots of
really into incest.
Yeah, and I'm not. Like, I'm not even a little bit into incest.
Not even a little bit.
Not even kind of. No. No, thank you.
And I said the planet Dune. That would not be a good time. It's very dry.
It's very
and you might get eaten by a sandworm.
Yeah.
You might die of dehydration or get eaten by a sandworm. Or both.
Pretty shitty options.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So the next question is, what sequel is more iconic than its predecessor?
And I said Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
I did not write down the author name. I can't remember what it is.
Well, shit.
But that is actually the second book in a series. The first book is Red Dragon. But I definitely think probably because of the movie more so than the book, but that's definitely a more iconic film, one that everyone's heard of. The first movie version of Red Dragon was called Manhunter.
Oh, really?
And nobody really knows that movie, I don't think. And then the Silence of the Lambs came along and it was a big hit.
I said the Temple of Doom. I don't know if it is more iconic, but I like it better. So, for whatever that's worth. But yeah, I like it a lot better than like Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was also good. But for some reason, Temple of Doom is just, I think it's because it's like darker than the others. Like there's like heart snatching and like ritualistic sacrifice and,
I'm pretty sure I've seen both of those movies, but I don't remember, like I couldn't distinguish them from each other. Temple of Doom has the ball thing, right? The boulder? The iconic, that's pretty iconic.
That is pretty iconic.
The boulder rolling at him,
That is true. And the whole like, Kalima Shaktite, that thing, that's pretty iconic.
Yeah. Question number 3 is name a character who would die first in a slasher.
I said Constance from We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson because she just seemed very like delicate and she had a lot of like social anxiety and didn't care much for people, but like she was always around people, and I think that she survived only because of her crazy ass sister.
Yeah.
So.
And she could be like locked in her house and too scared to go out, and then if the killer gets inside the house,
Then you're fucked because she's not gonna get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said Alice from Alice in Wonderland because she's very curious and is like, what's this? I need to investigate and find out what it is. And that, in a slasher movie, is what gets you killed.
Don't go investigate. Go the other direction. Maybe call the cops.
Out of there.
Fuck it. All right. So the next question is, name your favorite masked character.
And I said Batman.
Can't go wrong.
I love Batman.
Batman. I said Darth Vader because I fucking love Darth Vader.
There you go.
Love him.
Question
Force
5.
choke me anytime. My safe word is the Force. Just keep the mask on. I know what you look like under there.
Yeah. Batman's pretty hot either way, so
That's true.
you can leave it on or take it off.
Mask on, max off, man.
Max off.
Mask off. Fuck. Oh, I'm tired.
All right, number 5 is what character took too much damage but didn't die?
I said Jimmy from the Mad Adam trilogy by Margaret Atwood. Now, granted, I'm only 2 books in to this trilogy, so maybe he dies in the 3rd book. I have no idea because I haven't read it yet. But thus far, he has sustained quite a bit of damage and has not yet died. He wears a sheet in this post-apocalyptic.
He wears a sheet.
He wears a sheet and is very isolated. He doesn't really have any interaction with any other humans. So, he's having a rough fucking time.
Yeah. And I said, I might mispronounce this name, but Jan Balstrud from the book We Die Alone by David Howarth. And this was a real man who existed. This is a nonfiction book. But he went through some shit. He had to make it through Norway to escape the Nazis, and he went through like snow blindness, of course like hunger, thirst, maybe not thirst because he was surrounded by snow, but and then at one point he's waiting literally just like in a hole in the snow, like buried under the snow, waiting for these like nomadic people who are supposed to like pick him up and take him across the border into Sweden, I believe. And he like waits in a hole in the snow for days and days and ends up getting frostbite, and it becomes gangrenous, and he cuts his own toes off because he knows that if he doesn't do it, it could spread and he could, lose his foot or entire leg. So yeah, he cuts his own toes off, and
That's fucked up.
He should have died several times, but he didn't.
Alright, so then the next question is Fancast young Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, because, if you're not aware, Kevin Bacon was in the first Friday the 13th movie. I think it might have been his first movie role, maybe. I could be wrong about that. I picked Billy from Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And Billy was a real person as well, but he's the young guy who gets murdered. And I think Billy was the name in the movie. I don't remember if that was his name in the book or not, or if he changed the names or whatever. But anyway, I still haven't watched the movie, but he's played by Jude Law in the movie. But he's kind of like a bad boy, and he's maybe having an affair with this older man, the man who apparently murdered him, the older rich man, and he is kind of a male prostitute for the rich folks in town. And Kevin Bacon,
rich folks, it's an escort.
He's an escort, I guess. And yeah, young Kevin Bacon was kind of a bad boy in the movie, and he's one of the teens who goes off to have sex and gets murdered.
Murdered.
So,
moral of the story: don't fuck.
Don't fuck, especially if you're at camp.
Right. Never ever fuck at camp. I said Roland from Unwind. Roland is a bad boy, super rough around the edges. Pretty shitty kid. And things happen to Roland.
Should we address our makeup? I just realized that we never said anything
Should we
about
address
that.
our makeup? This is just a new thing I'm trying.
Yeah.
No,
We filmed our TBR for our spooky reading challenge before this, and we were kind of in costume.
Yeah, I was trying out a makeup thing we're going to a Ren fair next weekend, and I'm gonna dress as like a nature witch.
Yeah.
And so I was,
And I just did
out a
some
makeup
like
thing.
creepy makeup. But I decided that for this video, my costume was gonna be like Children of the Corn, because I look like a farmer from the neck down. But up here, I kind of look like satanic a little bit. I have little inverted crosses on my face. I don't know if you
Like
can
your
see
eye
them from there.
boxes. Yeah. And I just have some kind of like
Yeah. Running through your veins.
Right.
Black running through your veins.
I'm contagious.
Anyway, so we're on to question 7. What book punishes its characters for having sex?
I said Hotter Blood, which is edited by Jeff Gelb and Michael Garrett, I believe, because it's horror erotica stories.
So they're punished while they're having sex.
Yes, they are, and not in like the fun way. Like all those characters are fucking, and none of them are having a good time.
None of them, really?
Well,
What about that lady who liked fucking corpses? She was having a good time.
she was having a good time, but then there was that lady who
The corpses, not so much. I mean,
well, but then there was that lady
I guess
that
they
was
didn't
like having sex with this like big like muscular dude, and then he died. But they were in a
got
bathtub
trapped under him?
and she was trapped under him in a bathtub. She had to eat her way out
oh. Oh, God.
and like use his jawbone to saw her way out. She had a bad day.
Yeah. I said Slammerkin by Emma Donoghue because the main character in that book has sex with a man, ends up pregnant, her mom kicks her out, and so she ends up becoming a prostitute and is like, some real bad, terrible things happen to her, and all because she had sex with one man once.
How dare she?
Yeah.
How dare she? The next question is, name a character who would be the lone survivor in a slasher film.
And I said Kath from Fangirl, not because she's a badass in any way. She's actually very quiet, shy, keeps to herself kind of person. And I think that would be why she would survive. She also seems like rather innocent. I don't remember if she was a virgin or not in the book, but she definitely wasn't someone who went around like having promiscuous sex, which we all know is what
That's what
gets
will
you
kill
killed
you
in a slasher
in a
movie as
slasher
well.
flick, yeah.
I think she could survive just because she's like very sweet and innocent.
And I said Renata Gali from Planetfall by Emma Newman because she was kind of a recluse a little bit, as much as she could be, and had like a very interesting situation in her house. So I feel like she could have just kind of hidden herself away and survived until the end. So, who are 3 characters you would play strip Monopoly with?
And I said Sissix from The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet because she seems really cool and chill, and also she's like a lizard lady, and I want to see what she's got going on under there.
Right. What kind of parts does a lizard lady have?
And next I said Frankenstein's monster for similar reasons. Like I want to see what's happening under there, and like, are all your parts monstrous? You know what I'm saying?
Whose business did they get to fill his pants?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And lastly, I said Bilbo Baggins because I want to see his cute little hobbit body. Also, I think I actually have a little bit of a crush on Bilbo Baggins.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, does he have a hobbit-sized penis, or does he, like, have a regular...
His feet are pretty big, and you know what they say.
about big feet?
Yeah.
So maybe he's got
Big
something...
and hairy.
You know, they make wax for that. I said Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park as played by Jeff Goldblum. And then I said David Levinson in the movie Independence Day, as played by Jeff Goldblum. And Seth Brundle from The Fly, as played by Jeff Goldblum. So Jeff Goldblum, give me a call.
Yeah.
If you want to play Strip Monopoly, it will just be you and I. And I will be the banker. So I think we both know who's going to end up stripping. And I think we're both okay with it. So,
I mean, can I play too?
yeah. Yeah. Call us, Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum.
Call us. Bring Monopoly, because I don't own it.
I have a few different versions, so like,
do?
yeah, so if you want to play it more than once, we can.
I hate Monopoly. It takes too fucking long to play.
Yes, it does. And also, like, I get to the point in Monopoly where, like, I give 0 fucks. And so people are like, do you want to make a deal? And I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I'm just like, I don't care. Just buy me out.
Yes.
I used to have this game when I was a kid called Payday. That was
Love
pretty
Payday.
similar to Monopoly, but way shorter.
I loved Payday. Fuck Monopoly.
Fuck Monopoly.
Unless it's with Jeff Goldblum. And then, yes,
That
Monopoly.
little Monopoly man with his fucking top hat.
Like, he's so fucking important. Like, he thinks he's better than me. I don't even know your name, Monopoly Man.
Question 10 is question X.
Ooh.
Oh, I get it.
Marks the spot.
10X.
Is like a
And Jason X. Is that what the movie's called?
Roman numeral.
A book with an unexpected genre flip.
I said The Motherfucking Country of Ice Cream Star by Sandra Newman because it has ice cream in the name. And it's about a teenage girl, and I was expecting a lighthearted dystopian YA romp, and what I got was a fucking epic saga of bullshit, and that's not what I was expecting from you. And then also Sandra Newman, not a gender surprise, but
You can't say gender instead of genre.
I quit. Not a genre surprise, but like there's a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
I'm still salty. Like I'm still
salty about that.
I'm
too.
still pretty salty about it.
Yeah. You should clearly say in the description or somewhere
In the
that
first
a book
book
is
of
the
such-
first of a
right.
series.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. I said the book Susan, which is how I'm choosing to pronounce that now,
Susan.
by Phyllis Carol Agins, which is similarly,
Agins.
I never know whether to say Agins or Agins, so I'm always like
Hey,
decide in the middle which one I'm going to say.
Like it.
For similar reasons, because this is like it's a Snow White retelling.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, ooh, fun fairy tale retelling. This will be fun and cute. It is dark as fuck. So dark and weird. Like it gets real weird. It's like her son, the author's son, commented on the Goodreads page and said it was like a Freudian Snow White retelling, which then I was like, oh,
Well,
okay, that
a
makes
lot.
sense, because there's some weird Freudian shit in there. But I actually really ended up liking the book.
The next question is, what other fictional mom would go too far for her kids?
I actually chose a movie for this one, which Rebecca and Sarah chose some movies too, so I feel like that's okay. But I said Serial Mom. I don't remember the mom's name in the movie, but it's a fucking hilarious, like, dark, it's like a horror comedy, basically, which, is my favorite thing. And Kathleen Turner plays a mom who, if anyone fucks with her or her children in any way, she murders them.
Right.
And it's a John Waters movie, so it's gonna be like weird and it's a fun murder movie. Murdery movie.
It's a good time with murder. I said Setha. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Setha, because Sue told me that she thought that was true also. From the book Beloved by Toni Morrison, because she literally went too far for her kids. I don't want to spoil anything, but she crossed a line. Like, I'm going to say that, there's a pretty solid line in the sand. And
you have to think about, like, which fate would have been worse for them.
Right. So, she ran past that son bitch. Sure did.
Ran right past it.
Ran right past it.
And question 12 is Freddy versus Jason. 2 powerful villains you'd like to see fight each other.
And I said Jaws and Godzilla, because why the fuck not? Let's see.
Why the fuck not?
Jaws has, Jaws, but Godzilla has arms. So, like...
Doesn't Godzilla, like, can he, like, electrocute people, too, or something?
I don't know.
I don't really know how Godzilla works.
Yeah, I'm not, like, a big Godzilla...
I've seen one Godzilla movie, I think.
Yeah, me too. And it was, like, a really old, shitty one.
Mine was actually I saw the newest one.
Oh, really?
In theaters.
Oh, okay.
I said Annie Wilkes, I think that's her name, from Misery, and Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I want to see those 2 ladies get their psychopath on.
Those are some crazy bitches.
I think Annie Wilkes is way more psychotic than Nurse Ratched, though.
I think you could push Nurse Ratched to that point.
Perhaps, yeah.
Like, I think when confronted, like, I think the crazy would just escalate.
Yeah.
Like, I think when confronted with it, each one would step it up.
Yeah.
Until, like,
I thought about saying, like, Annie Wilkes and Norman Bates.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, Annie Wilkes isn't, I don't feel like she's subtle. Like, she's just flat out crazy with you. But then Norman Bates will just, like, sneak up on you in the shower.
Yeah.
And the last question, question 13, is who celebrated their victory just a little too early?
I said Queen Lavanna from the Lunar Chronicles because I feel like she really thought she had it in the bag with, marrying Prince Kai, and she was going to get all the things she wanted. And then Cinder and her gang of misfits came along and fucked it all up for her.
And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for
those
meddling kids. And I said humanity in general in the book Zone 1 by Colson Whitehead. Because it's, zombie plague happens, humanity tries to rebuild, they think that they've got things stabilized, they are all feeling like fairly secure, they just have like some areas they have to clean up. And then everything goes to shit. Which it says in the description, so that's not a spoiler.
Right.
But yeah, things are, shit goes awry.
Yep, and let's wait for these sirens, or maybe they add to the ambiance.
Speaking of shit going awry, there's nonsense afoot.
Yes. So that's the Friday the 13th book tag.
Yes.
We're gonna tag a few people, or a couple people, a couple of channels.
Yeah. So you could,
but you can, you could do it now, or you could, put a pin in it, put it on your calendar, and do it next Friday the 13th.
Which is in April of 2018.
Yep.
So it's up to you. Do it now. It's pretty Halloweenish. I mean, even if you don't do it on Friday the 13th, so you could do it now. Or just wait.
Yeah.
Just let it fester.
Let it fester.
Yeah.
Fester is a really creepy word.
I really hate that word.
Fester.
Yeah, let it,
It's one of those words that sounds as creepy as its meaning is.
That's true. Like it's
like putrid. That's another one that just sounds as disgusting as it actually is.
What is that called? Isn't there a name for that? Like
words
sound like what they
onomatopoeia is like when the word buzz, how it is the noise.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're not going to let it fester for too long. So we're going to tag Jessica and Christina from Game of Tomes.
Yes. And we're going to tag Mr. Ben Sanders.
Ben Sanders.
I don't know why we always add Mr.
Probably because he's just kind of a sir. He's a little bit of a sir.
Gentleman.
Yeah. Alright, so we'd like to see you guys do this, and this beer is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's
pretty
just kind of a standard red ale, but I think it's a good one.
So I had this every once in a while I have what I call anxiety brain, and my beer was frozen. So when I would drink it, there was like a clump of frozen beer in the middle that I could feel when I was drinking it. And I thought for a second, what if it's not frozen beer? What if it's like a dead thing?
Like there's a thumb in your
or like a little mouse.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gone now that my beer's been like it was ice. It was
wasn't
ice,
a mouse.
right? But like anxiety brain tells me.
I mean, it's happened to people before.
Yeah.
So.
And anxiety brain said, "There's a dead thing in your beer." And I said, "Calm down. Let's wait.
let's keep drinking it and see.
Let's see if it thaws out." Because I know anxiety brain, like, we're cool, so sometimes you just have to ride it out. You know.
That's going to be it for us.
Yes, and as per usual, there will be some links down below where you can find us elsewhere on social media.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do.
Do it, or anxiety brain will get you.
It might already get you.
It might already get you. And we will see you next time.
Bye.